Hello, friends. You know, for the past 11 years, I've been teaching senior religion, and the first half of our course is apologetics, which basically means explaining the reasons why we believe what we believe. And we focus very much on the proofs of God's existence, St. Thomas Aquinas' 5 ways, answering the atheists. And about a year and a half ago, a student asked me a question which I think was at once both insightful and profoundly disturbing. And he asked me this: Brother Steve, suppose we accept everything you're saying. Suppose we agree with all the proofs of God's existence, but it just doesn't matter that much to us. Leaves us kind of indifferent. Wow, that hit me like a ton of bricks. You know, knowing the truth of Jesus, but being indifferent to it. And that set me on about 2 classes worth, about an hour's worth of instruction trying to address that very question. Now, we don't have an hour today, but I do think it's a relevant question as we approach the feast of Christ the King, otherwise known as our Lord Jesus Christ, King of the universe. And rather than go through what I said for an hour, and I actually do intend on returning to this question for several videos in the future, let me focus on 3 things. Why is Christ important to me personally? Because I'm a perfectionist, and as a perfectionist, there's always that inner critic nagging me, scolding me in my head, wagging that critical finger saying you didn't do it well enough. And Christ is the source of being known and loved for who we are without having to measure up to some impossible imagined standard of perfection. And for that reason, Christ is the King of my heart. He is the King of my little universe. And having said that, I know that there are portions of my life that I have not surrendered to Christ. And so the third thing I want to emphasize today is a prayer that I make every year on the Feast of Christ the King. And it's this: Lord, help me to surrender those parts of my life, those inner corners and recesses of my heart that I have not given over to your reign yet, so that your kingship may be all and all in my life. So, as we approach the feast of Christ the King, let us remember how much Christ has done for us and how much we owe him, how he truly is the King of the universe, the King of our own world, the King of our hearts. God bless you, and thank you for listening.